right there. You can just barely catch it. You barely see it. So let's go back.
Wait. What was that? How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the AV Podcast. I'm your host, Jan, and with me I have Ray, and he's visiting today. So we're doing our...
my mom let me out of her basement.
our second Halloween special, and we are in our costumes. As you can see, I am dressed as Dr. Grant, and Ray is dressed as...
Kay from Blade Runner 2049.
2049? He's Ryan Gosling.
Played by Ryan Gosling.
And not only we're dressed, but hey, man, give me. Say hi to the subscribers. Come on. I have a real life dinosaur with us. So, shit. Do you guys want to see the real life dinosaur? I caught one. Ah, shit, caught one. It's a velociraptor. So careful because it bites. It bites really hard. So. Chingados que no, whatever. My dog is miserable. It's like, why are you doing this to me? Like, I don't even get paid to be on the show and shit. Like, but there you go. Oh my god, Velociraptor. Fucking legit, huh? So I'm Dr. Grant, and today we're gonna be discussing about Jurassic Park and.
What was the first dinosaur now?
Yeah. You okay? Bichito. Okay, I'll let you be, because you're fucking miserable.
Traumatized.
Hold on, let me take off her fucking... Alright, we're back.
Alright.
And this is our second Halloween special episode. And today we have a few treats for you guys. Well, actually, Ray has a few treats for us. So what are we going to be talking about today?
So today we have 3, I guess, paranormal videos. But they're a little different than just some random videos that we found off the internet. They're actually ones that I've actually kind of investigated for myself, or I was there, I guess I could say. So there's a little bit more. It's a little bit more legitimate. So yeah, a little bit. Right.
So what? Ray mentioned these videos and he sent it to me, and I sort of got a glimpse. But we're not like really into the fake stuff. We actually go for like the things that actually
the real.
Yeah, the real, or that it's kind of hard to explain. And he showed me these videos, and I was like, okay, these ones are really hard to explain. So,
and also too, I just wanted to say they're not really like viral videos, and like I mentioned earlier, I was there, or I tried to investigate them for myself, so kind of makes it a little bit more legit.
Okay, so let's go ahead and start with the first one, which is here. You wanna take control?
Yeah.
Take over.
So this first video, it's done by a guy named Couch Potato Exploration on YouTube. He's a small channel. He has like almost 400 subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
And in this video, he doesn't do any kind of haunted or paranormal stuff at all. So it's not like he's like a clickbait. Oh, fake. I found a ghost in my toilet or something like that.
Yeah.
He just does exploring, legit, straight up exploring.
Mm-hmm.
So this guy, he went to a place. It was an old rest stop that's abandoned in Arizona. Mm. It was modeled after like some TV show called F Troop. That's what it is. I don't know.
F Troop, like the gang.
F Troop, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, this roadside attraction was modeled after that TV show, and now it's abandoned. But while he was exploring the property, he ends up running into like catching this weird shadow on camera.
So you mentioned that property where he went, it's an Indian reserve?
Oh yeah, right above it there's a Native American Indian reservation right above it. Because this is like deep in Arizona.
Okay, so...
And as we all know, all the spooky stuff happens on the reservations. Or, I mean, not necessarily, but there's a lot of like folklore, like the, what do you call them? The skinwalkers, which are supposed to be, I don't know, these kind of some spirits or demons or entities in Native American folklore.
I only know Moonwalker. So, sure, my other Halloween costume. But so, what's the part where he actually catch something?
Let's see. Yeah, let me control.
Go for it.
Yeah. You're just gonna have to guess when you edit this, I guess.
More like my whole life. I was just winging.
Well, yeah, so he's exploring this property, and as he's leaving one building, he catches something very, very peculiar on camera. So, it's right after this.
Gonna be like Nuke's top 5. Did you see it? So he's exploring.
He's about to leave this building. Right there. You can just barely catch it. You barely see it. So let's go back.
Wait. What was that?
Oh, what was that? I went too far. It's very clearly a shadow of something.
Yeah, it looks like somebody's docking or hiding behind the whatever it is, freezer, or I don't know what it is.
Also, I mentioned earlier I actually went to this location after I saw this video, and I went to that hallway. That hallway is really narrow, so my first thought was, oh, maybe someone was just hiding from him. But he would have seen that person ducking behind that whatever container. It looks like an ice box or something. Like that hallway is super narrow, so you can't miss it.
And so a lot of skeptical people will say, well, probably it's an animal or something, right? But if because we played this video like in slow motion, and I mean it's tall enough, it's like a human being's size, and it looks like it's docking. And in slow motion, you can see that there's like even like hair or something.
Yeah.
Like you can see like some type of texture of the shadow. So, and also you see like the lighting change. That it's
right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like there's an object approaching the front of it. It casts a little bit of a shadow, and then it doesn't.
And then there's nothing.
There's nothing behind it either.
Yeah.
So.
That is crazy. That should be investigated.
I mean, I didn't find anything else, but.
Oh man. Also, he would have heard somebody just walking by.
Also, Also, he says in the comments that he didn't see that thing while he was there.
He was by himself?
Yeah, he was by himself.
Ah. Yeah,
but he didn't see it like in front of him. It wasn't until he was playing it back did he notice.
Yeah, that is odd.
Yeah, so.
So what do you guys think?
Yeah, that's one of my favorite like paranormal videos because this guy's not he's not clickbaiting people. He didn't fake it. He most likely didn't fake it. He's just an explorer. He doesn't do ghost stuff. So
yeah.
And also, I went to the location myself, and it's pretty creepy. But I didn't catch anything paranormal.
Maybe the skinheads didn't like you.
Skinwalkers?
Oh,
yeah, I mean both of them. But yeah, anybody can go check out this location. Just Google it. It's called Fort Courage in Hawk, Arizona. You can just Google it, and it's really easy to go to. You can just park outside and walk in. There are people stopping there too, just to take it's kind of like an old rest stop. So people were just pulling up and
taking photos.
Sitting there, taking photos.
Huh, that is interesting. Maybe if you happen to cruise by and stumble upon this place, maybe you want to check it out and see if you can catch something odd, like this video, which it's pretty good. I like this one.
Yeah, it's pretty legit.
Yeah, pretty legit. Like no hocus pocus stuff, no over the top freaking reaction.
Oh no, I'm so scared.
Oh, we're gonna take the Ouija now and shit. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Okay, so what's next?
So the next video is. So this was a ghost hunt that I went on about 10 years ago. We went to this.
Hold on, let me line up the mood, or not line up, but more like darken the mood. Now we can do it.
Oh, perfect.
Now we can do it. How about we restart the fucking night? All right. So what's going on here?
All right. So this video, I was here. We went on a ghost hunt with some friends about 10 years ago. Yeah, it had to be like 10 years ago.
Wow.
At the time, I wasn't into the paranormal or anything like that. I just went along because it sounded kind of cool. And we ended up catching this girl. She kept appearing in the backgrounds of some of our photos, and we couldn't figure out who she was.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go ahead and play the video. The first couple images are pretty, whatever.
Yeah.
Also, since the video is so old, the resolution has gone down, I guess, over the years. The way whatever YouTube archives it.
Mm-hmm.
So the images aren't the best, but the last photo I thought was pretty solid. I'll let you guys see for yourselves. Oh, actually, I'm not super bad.
Yeah, maybe just follow forward.
There you go.
We have everyone's picture who went to the gated cemetery and pay close attention to everyone's appearance. Okay.
So there's only 3 girls. This girl, also there's me.
Eh.
This girl, and then this one girl's, or this one guy's girlfriend. I don't know if you can see her. I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see shit. But she's somewhere there, and she doesn't look. She's not wearing the same clothes as the girl in question.
The ghost girl?
The alleged ghost girl.
Everybody's seen a lot. Alright, that's the original photograph.
Okay, I actually don't see shit in this one. Oh, yeah, definitely.
There, right there. It could be just like a piece of lint or debris and shit. Alright,
I think that's
second
supposed to be it, that thing? That weird, okay, maybe.
Maybe.
Oh, yeah,
Man,
great
wow.
enhancement.
These photos are great. Original.
Is that it back there? I think so.
Maybe. Behind the tree?
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay, this one was the best
yeah.
one.
This is the best one.
And even better because my friend had a Ghostbusters shirt on.
Yeah, there you
I
go.
made her come out.
There she
Yeah.
is.
So, yeah.
She wearing a cleavage?
It looks like she could be.
Oh, man.
She looks kind of sexy.
That's a sexy ghost.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about the EVPs. I didn't really,
Oh, okay.
whatever. But yeah, so yeah, I went with that group. Nobody was trying to fake anything. They were all pretty legitimate. So
Mm-hmm.
from what I could tell, like we couldn't figure out who that girl was. Maybe there was just some random girl wandering around the graveyard with us.
Mm-hmm.
So, but if not, then yeah, it may have been a ghost.
A ghost. Okay, so third video. Is that a video?
Third
Okay,
video. This was done with Bobby from SCPC Ghost.
Uh-huh.
Actually had him on the podcast. Was it last time?
I think
time?
it was like 3 podcasts ago.
2 or 3
that we had
podcasts
him.
ago,
Mhm.
yeah. And he went to this inn in Northern California. It's called the Glen Tavern Inn. It's supposed to be ancient, or not ancient, historic. There's a lot of mob stuff, a lot of homicides, and just general, I don't know, bad stuff. Bad stuff that happened there. And allegedly it's very haunted, according to the cleaning staff. So Bobby went ahead and did a ghost hunt, ghost investigation. And he stayed in a room where I guess the legend goes that some girl had her head chopped off there. So, he ended up catching what I thought were 2 pretty good pieces of evidence. Let me just skip ahead here.
Oh, there it is. Wait, go back. So, can you sort of narrate what we're seeing?
Yeah, so Bobby's using his ghost hunting equipment, and I believe they're using the thing that catches EVPs. I forgot what it's called, but while he's talking to the spirits or trying to get a reaction from them, you can see the back of his shirt gets pulled.
Oh, yeah, you do see it. Or I wonder if maybe
It could be air of some kind.
maybe he
or,
farted. Who knows?
Maybe he farted, but no, it legitimately looks like someone was standing behind him and then just
And
tugged
then
his
pull it?
shirt real quick.
What it looks to me is that it's somebody, not somebody, like like wind coming through. But then again, where is the wind coming from? So
Yeah, and why didn't it just spurt? Why did it blow at just that moment?
yeah, and also that specific area, because if not, would have blown like the whole everybody's T-shirt or something.
Yeah.
There would have been more movement.
Yeah, so we're gonna skip ahead in this video. We're gonna go to the end where he catches this. Looks like someone standing in the background. So him and his group are staying in the lobby overnight. They're just hanging out, snapping photos, and it looks like there's a person showing up in one of the photos, and he tries to recreate it. So
Okay.
we'll go ahead and let the video play right here. I mean, you could just cut it right here and let it play.
Yeah, I'll probably explain. So, because I saw this video before, and essentially they're at the lobby and they're staying over the night and trying to capture any type of activity, paranormal activity. And so he set up some cameras, I think, in the lobby, throughout the night. And he mentions that he happens to start to see sort of like shadows in his peripheral vision, and when he turns around, they're not there anymore. So at first he thought that maybe he was tired, or it was, I don't know, it was just his eyes playing something. But then he kept seeing the same thing over and over. So I think that's when he decided to place the cameras, or even before.
No, he's just hanging out snapping photos with his phone, I think.
Yeah, and then he noticed
looks like an arm and shoulder.
Arm and shoulder.
Peeking out behind like one of the doorways.
Yeah.
And then on the left, so he takes this photo, sees it, and he's like, "Hey, that looks like a person." So he has the other guy in his group, Carson, to go try and recreate the photo. And this photo on the left, that's the recreation.
Right.
And you can kind of see, like, yeah, it looks like there was someone standing there.
Mm-hmm.
And the lobby is supposedly empty, so, you know.
Yeah. So
looks pretty legit. I mean, of course, quality's not the best, but
yeah, no, because
that's how it is with this ghost stuff. It's like always the worst resolution ever.
Of course, it always. Oh man, I hate when that happens. You know.
But no, Bobby's legit. I don't think he was faking it or anything like that. I mean, I
know. Like, I know that he's legit.
Yeah.
It's just this
trying to debunk it, or like a plausible explanation could just be like somebody wandering around in the middle of the night. Maybe they were hiding from them, not wanting to scare his group because since the lobby was closed. They're just being shy, you know.
I don't know. It could have been, like you said, like maybe a staff member that just happens to, like, I don't know, just stumble or peeking.
Yeah, it was overnight security or something, or a maid.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, it could be a ghost. It could be something else. I guess we'll never know. But I know that Bobby, he's legit, so he wouldn't really, fake it or blow it out of proportion. So, yeah, that's a good piece of evidence, or a video.
Paranormal evidence.
Yeah, exactly. And next one. What else do we have?
We have 2 more videos. Where's your Discord?
My Discord.
Discord. Right there. So you sent me this one. You just showed me.
Oh yeah, that one's kind of old, but the difference between American videos or like in the UK or whatever. They always they bring like all this freaking gear, like the AVP meter and all this shit, and then they bring the Ouija and shit, I don't know. But if you ever want to Google or on YouTube ghost videos or videos de fantasmas or duendes and shit, like you get like a bunch in Mexico, and they're like, I don't know, it's like low production, but it looks real, and I'm like, oh shit. Those ones actually, sometimes I wonder, like, is that shit real? Because that one, I don't know. That one actually looks like, yeah, it could have happened like during school or while you were cleaning the house or something like that. So this one, I forgot when I saw it. It was it's dated 2018, but I think I saw it before, or maybe around that time.
It looks like it could be from the 90s or the early 2000s.
Yeah, early 2000s, because it's on a rectangular format on it was 6x19 or something like that, or 19x6. And so this video, it's pretty much like a normal day in the classroom, or I don't know if it's in Mexico or in some place in South America, because they're speaking Spanish. And all of a sudden, one of the students is giving like a presentation, and things starts to move, like a poltergeist going on. So I'll go ahead and play it, and it's pretty interesting and creepy at the same time. So he's giving the lecture, and he's like presenting, and it's like, yeah, so, and all of a sudden, he's yeah, like, I don't know if you catch that, like it looked like somebody
ripped it off
of the wall and shit. But it looked like with force, not just like it fell. Now, if you pay attention to the bucket on the side, it's gonna start doing something.
Oh.
Did you see it?
Did you see it? There
See
you
it? How you going? And the students start saying like, teacher and professor, there's a bucket move and shit. And I think the professor asked like, did you kick it? And it's like, no, I was just fucking presenting. Didn't you see me and shit? There you go again. Oh shit. And this is where it gets me right here. Because, yeah. I'm like, fuck that noise and shit. And then all of a sudden, it gets even more intense. Oh shit! See,
the guy in the front is like, nope.
Yeah. That's
I'm out of here.
Yeah, that's like a natural reaction. So either it's a prank, or it's legit. So, but also like, how did they do it? Maybe with wires, but I don't know.
So it's a little convenient too. The guy's just recording in the class. I mean, unless something else happened before that, then he pulled out his phone camera and was like, oh, I better start recording.
Yeah, it looks too good to be true, but I mean, who knows? It's just one of those things that we'll never know. And also, it's not like these people are famous, so it's just... Well, at least I don't think they're famous.
A little bit more legit,
yeah.
So we have one more video.
One more...
What the hell? Should be in Discord.
I have problems with my left side.
So, yeah. So this is a video that I guess I sent Juan about like 2 years ago. And it just kind of stayed in our memory as like one of the best pieces of ghost evidence or supernatural evidence.
What is it? Can you move?
Oh yeah, let me do it.
I'm already a lefty.
Oh, too many tabs. So I guess the story behind this one is this guy is renovating a house and supposedly the homeowner died in it not too long ago, and he was crippled. Mm-hmm. And I guess the rumors are that he still haunts the house in his wheelchair. So,
which is it? The wheelchair ghost, or what's it called?
The wheelchair ghost.
I guess that's what
we call him the wheelchair ghost.
The wheelchair ghost. It's pretty good.
Let it play.
It's on Nuke's top 5.
Yeah. We found this on Nuke's top 5, one of the bigger like the ghost compilation channels.
So he's explaining the story. I'll probably have it cut.
Yeah.
Part. He's renovating Matt West.
Oh yeah, I guess it comes from a guy named Matt West on YouTube.
Yeah.
So he's doing like a walkthrough of his renovation, I guess, of the house.
And then you get to see something on the side with...
right there.
Holy
like
shit.
Speed Demon. Hey!
Did you see it? Boom. Holy shit. That is fucking scary.
I think the first time I saw this video, like my heart like leapt out of my chest because I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, me too. When you sent me this video, I was like, I was waiting for, I don't know, something else, but I didn't see it like all of a sudden like boom and like freaking pass in front of you and shit.
Yeah, it's so fast. And legit, it looks like there's a wheelchair just floating right by him.
Yeah. So I guess you can see like something before
sitting in it?
that, but
it looks like there's like a red blob sitting in it.
Yeah, fuck. Yeah. That's just fucking crazy.
That's creepy. Also, it's crazy, he didn't hear it or anything either. Because I think he said that he didn't have any way of knowing that he caught that on video. He didn't see it when he was filming.
Right.
Just like the other videos that we had. Like, no, you never see that stuff while you're there. You only see it back when, like, post-production.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what, I don't know. That's what begs the question that, did you actually cut something paranormal, or maybe it's due to the camera malfunction, or maybe it's a different lighting or shadow? Because I don't know, go figure. But it's always interesting with these type of videos and content. Let me show you one last one. It's called it's called Ghost in Airplane in Mexico.
Oh, the security guard, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's a good one.
Ghost. Can you type ghost?
Yeah,
Jamie, can you go ahead?
Yeah, Jamie, can you pull that up? Was that?
Yes, this one.
Yeah. Oh, I really wish we had the audio for this one though.
Alright, so I forgot the story, but essentially I think it's a security guard in, I don't know if it's a security guard or one of the cleaning people that they're doing maintenance on the airplane and somewhere in Mexico. And I forgot. I think it's a security guard. They're just doing rounds because they need to check like the airplanes and shit like that. And then all of a sudden he hears freaking noise, and then he turns around to check it out, and then he sees like a fucking dark shadow and shit. And I'm like, fuck this noise. So let's go and check it out. So he has his light, and it's like towards the end right there. There's like the cabinet and probably the restroom. That's it. The exit door. Just like nothing. See, like fuck, there's nothing.
I think he had heard noises too when he was coming into the plane.
I think so. Yeah. Let's go ahead and check in. Shit. Like the fuck. Restroom. There's nothing, bro. There's nothing. There's nothing. And right there, I think you hear something. Hold on.
Verga.
Yeah, I hear something. It's in this part.
Oh, right there. I poked his head out.
Yeah.
No mames.
Oh.
Oh.
No, I'm out of here.
Fuck this shit.
No, I'm out.
A la verga, puta.
And it's kind of like the urban exploring video.
Yeah.
Just you
like,
see a little shadow just hiding behind
fucking
something.
shadow, like, fuck that. Like,
Yeah.
fuck.
Freaking Skinwalker.
O la llorona, el cucuy, el coco. That's the thing. That's what I was saying. Like fucking South America or Mexican videos.
No mames.
Fuck.
Oh, I'm out.
Wait. Adios. Yeah, that's one thing that I sort of like about. Well, not like because fucking I traveled to Mexico and it's fucking haunted and shit. But that's one thing that I always noticed, that over there you will encounter more than over here. I gotta tell you. But
I think it's because people are more superstitious over there. Maybe it I don't know, makes the spirits come out or something. More people believe in them.
I don't know, but how like you believing can catch it like
I
on
don't know.
tape and shit.
I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. That's the only thing I can think of.
How does that science work? But even like my mom, she tells me creepy stuff about her school, and I'll have to like ask her again so I can refresh on the story. But essentially, to the best of my memory, she is there's like at her school there's like, well, it's like a elementary school, but it's not like the ones here that are all sophisticated. It's kind of like old and, you know, I don't know, not like poor, but not too poor, you know, whatever. It's kind of old.
Yeah.
And it's only one floor, and there's like, it's kind of like a horseshoe type of structure. Like the buildings are in a horseshoe, or well, not a horseshoe. There's like two separate like sections of the building, and that's it.
Yeah.
And in the middle is just like the playground. Anyways, so in one section of the school where there's like, I think 4 classrooms, and on the other one there's another 4. They say, I forgot which one it is, but let's just say that it's classroom number 4, which is 3rd or 4th grade. Like that's the 4th grade. So since 4th grade or 3rd grade, whichever it was, they will always be hosted in that classroom. They always call it like the 4th grade classroom. So, and I guess 2 or 3 teachers, including my mom, they've said they taught in that classroom, and they said that it's haunted because things had happened to them like that freaking they couldn't explain. So and it happened to my mom. She said that one time she was teaching, and she tells the students like, okay, go ahead, go out to recess, because recess time, and there's like curtains, so it's kind of like dark in that area and in the classroom if you close the curtains. So there was only like some type of light, and while the kids are outside playing in the playground where during recess, she's grading. So she's grading, blah blah, and then all of a sudden she hears like a noise, and then she just doesn't pay too much attention. And she's like, oh, whatever, maybe it's like the wind or something like that. But she said that there wasn't like that much wind. She keeps grading and grading, and all of a sudden she hears a book falling. And then that's when she's like, it kind of like scared her a little bit, because it was all of a sudden, and somebody, like, it's quiet and you just hears like a noise of something falling. So at first you're like, okay, it's like a loud noise, but you go and yeah, there was like a freaking, one of the kids' notebook fell out of the desk.
Yeah.
So she goes and she picks it up, she puts it on the desk again, and she just noticed that, and then she goes back to her to her desk to keep grading. And on the third one, I guess the ghost was like warning her or something. But on the third one, she's like grading. She already, like, her body's already kind of tense because she heard two noises already. And on the third one, she just hears a freaking one of the kids' desk fucking move, like. And she said when she heard that, she fucking left the classroom and she didn't go back. She goes outside and she goes to the what's it called, director, or the principal's office, where all the teacher lounge is hanging. And she goes and she tells everybody like, oh my god, you guys cannot believe it, like freaking one of the desks like just moved and shit in that classroom. And they're like, oh, see, we told you. So
told you we're not crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, it's like, I told you it wasn't crazy. And so, hey, how's it going? And yeah, so that's like my mom's freaking haunted school story and shit.
Actually, I have so after you telling me that story about your mom, it actually jogged my memory, and it's really funny. I didn't think of the story at the last several haunted podcasts I've been on.
What?
Actually, I was just on another podcast.
Oh, hey.
And I didn't even think of the story, but so my mom's a nurse, and she has like millions of ghost stories about, weird voices coming through intercoms and stuff and hospitals and whatnot. But
Right.
one time, I can't even remember why, but me and my brother, we stayed at the nursing home where my mom was working. She was working the overnight shift. And for some reason, my brother and I, we stayed there at night. I don't know why. Jill's probably on the floor. But
she doesn't want to be on the video. I'm like fucking Grudge Girl and shit. Fucking The Ring and shit. What you need? Okay. So, what do we left?
I don't remember.
I start all over.
All right.
No, it's your mom. So
Okay, so yeah, my mom was a nurse at this retirement home for seniors and stuff, and for some reason, my brother and I ended up staying the night at one of those rooms, and I don't know, this memory just barely came back to me, but so we were staying there one night, and we swear that one of the wheelchairs in the room was moving on its own.
Oh shit!
I don't know why this memory just barely came back to me, but. Yeah, my brother and I, we saw it, we were like freaking out, and I remember I was hiding under the covers in one of the rooms.
Oh shit! Wait, so your mom took you? It's like she took you to work because
yeah, our mom, that's what it had to be. I just can't remember like the context of the story for some reason. I don't know. I have memory problems.
Yeah, too small.
But yeah, I just remember that wheelchair was moving, and then I hid under the covers, and then the next day we told our mom. Oh, she was taking us to school after that. She took us to school afterwards.
Yeah.
And we told our mom, she's like, oh yeah, the resident just died in that room not too long ago. I'm like, oh, well, thanks, Mom. Like, thanks. Thanks for letting us know.
Man. Thanks for the experience, Mom.
Really, that's crazy because I just barely remember that story. It had to have happened like 20-something years ago.
Yeah.
I'll have to ask my brother about it if he remembers it.
It's funny because I always don't believe on that stuff, but I actually have like a bunch of stories, and like a few of them is it actually was kind of real, but not like in the sense that it was like a ghost. It's like you think something's going to fucking appear, Like I'm sleeping. What the fuck again? So I'm sort of not. I'm sort of sleeping or trying to sleep, and I forgot where it was. Like on one of the apartments we used to live when I was little and shit. Not little, but I was like 10, 11. And so there's this like gap of like there's like a door, and next to it is like my parents' room, and then there's like a little hallway and leads to like the restroom. So there's like that little door.
Yeah.
So it was one of those nights. Me and my brother were sleeping in the living room because it was like a 1-bedroom apartment. So we sleep in the bedroom and the living room, and my parents sleep in the bedroom. And I guess we were watching like fucking scary shit, or it was one of those nights that was like, I don't know. It's like when you're a kid, you just get scared one of those nights. Like a lot of things are going through your mind. And then I'm like, or maybe I just saw signs that night or something.
Yeah.
So I'm like looking in the dark, and I'm like, hopefully nothing fucking appears. Like I'm just staring at that hallway, and all of a sudden, like in that part of science where the fucking alien like crosses by the little alleyway.
Oh, they're watching it on TV, I think, right?
Yeah,
They're
they're watching on
news
TV.
in Brazil.
and-
It's like
yeah. And so, fucking, I'm focusing in the hallway, and because I'm scared, and all of a sudden I see fucking someone passes through. I'm fucking scared shitless, but running, like fucking running. And then I figure like, well, fucking, who is it? But later on I was like, well, it's gotta be one of my parents. And in fact, it was my dad. He was running because he was trying to catch my mom, who was sleepwalking. So, yeah, that one of the craziest or like scariest things I ever encountered. That wasn't really like a ghost, but it was like my mom's freaking night walking. And yeah, it was, which I think I sleepwalked too. So,
Oh, really?
yeah, it's one of those things that I didn't notice until I was like.
Doesn't that kind of make you think that a lot of that stuff you experienced as a kid, maybe you just imagined it? Like,
Yeah, no, this one I didn't imagine it. This was actually,
I mean, in
it
general-
was actually like
Yeah, yeah.
people. It was just like one of those.
but it was kind of like your imagination going wild, but then it turns out that you found there was a logical explanation to it. So.
Yeah, another thing is I forgot I was like probably 6, and I think I told this in a few podcasts before, or maybe I told it when we did the
With Bobby. We were
Bobby,
talking
but
about some
the
of
first
those
time,
stuff, yeah.
not the second time.
Uh,
That I was with my brother. We were playing. I don't know if we were playing video games or we were just watching TV. And then I think I was like probably 6 or 7, and my brother was 9 or 8 or whatever. I don't really remember, but I do remember that I saw like something on my peripheral vision, like a freaking hand, just like imagine like right now, like you just see
Oh,
like
hands
a
coming out?
big hand coming out and shit, like at the end of the hallway. And then I look that way, and it's gone. You know, like everything, like you just your eyes are playing tricks on you. Until my brother asked me, "Hey, did you see that hand?"
oh. Actually, yeah, I think you did tell a story last time.
Yeah, right. I was like, "Fuck!" I was like, "Yeah, I saw it." Like, and fucking, we were like, "What the fuck was that?" You know. Now, it looked like a big ass hand, but maybe it was
rat?
No, maybe it was somebody playing a trick on us when we were kids. That's the best thing I could come up with, because it's kind of impossible that you see the same thing if it's
Yeah.
not like physical, you know. So that's the only thing I
You
can
have
make up.
2 eyewitnesses there. So.
Yeah, 2 eyewitnesses. That's sort of, I don't know, like a huge, well, not a probability. So what's going on? And yeah, that's one thing that I recall that was kind of scary. And I try to find like a logic, and that's the best thing I could come up with. Like someone was playing a prank on us. It was probably my uncle, but I don't recall if my uncle was home that night, or I don't know what was he doing. Maybe he was in his room, and the hand came out of the hallway. So I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, scary
That's-
shit, man.
It's kind of crazy how much your imagination can still run wild, though. I don't know if I mentioned this in the last couple podcasts I've been on, but yeah, I've been to a lot of abandoned, supposedly haunted places,
Yeah.
and I never saw anything that was like straight up like in my face, like, oh man, that's a ghost.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Sometimes you have to wonder like how much of that stuff is just in your mind because some people report like they feel nauseated or they get a weird feeling when they're in those abandoned places, and it's like maybe it's just in your head.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like whenever they enter to like a place, and I think
You're just scared deep down. You're like subconsciously you're scared.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
So, because I even not only with going to like abandoned places, but even going to like a fucking interview or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Or going to a theme park, and I start getting like a little nervous and a little anxious, and then I start getting like.
And I see little hands popping out, little duendes running around.
Yeah. So
yeah, that's not to say that there's no paranormal stuff going on or anything like that. Just like a lot of it too is just your imagination plays a big part of it too.
Yeah, and the thing is that I kind of want to believe, but I haven't seen evidence, and now with the rise of like social media and everybody's connected with smartphones.
Yeah.
They by now we would have caught like something really good, so but maybe we have
there's a few like I showed you.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, a lot of the stuff you see on social media is complete bullshit. We were like me and Bobby were on the Cisco and the Mike podcast. Yeah, we were really kind of hammering that down. That like 90% of the stuff on social media is bullshit.
Yeah,
it's fake.
Mm-hmm.
People do it for views, and I don't blame them either because like they make money that way.
Hey man, gotta make that dough, right?
Yeah.
So
they poison the people who approach it. Like try to be very skeptical and objective, and try to use the scientific method.
Or maybe I don't know. The other day I was actually thinking. Oh, I had like this idea. Actually, I was thinking of doing it like a mini series, like a mini graphic novel series, maybe on my other channel, and maybe a cool trailer like like Dead Note Hunter and shit.
Oh yeah.
But because of that, because I was thinking about ghosts, and I had this idea. Well, I had this theory and this idea now that it evolved into an idea that maybe we haven't seen ghosts because we're on a different frequency, and maybe when we develop some type of technology like video and photography kind of evolves into a more like you can capture more light or more infrared or whatever or gamma ray or something, then we might start seeing some stuff that
it's kind of like the Tesla sensors.
Yeah,
you know how they can detect objects and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
People drive their Teslas. I mean, there's videos of people driving their Teslas to like haunted places, and they're popping up people on the on the scanners. But I mean, that could be fake. But
yeah,
if they're not faking it, like, hey, that's another method of like sensing something that might not be there.
Yeah, that could be, but or maybe it's just a glitch.
Or it's a glitch, or there's just the sensors picking up just random objects and thinking they're people.
Yeah,
because I've seen the sensors like glitch out and stuff when they're driving around. So
also I've seen some filters that and some videos of filters, and they get like because it's like the filter is focused on your face, so the phone recognizes like another face that's there, but there's no other face except for the user, so it like gets like another face like right here and shit. And there's like some creepy videos like that, which I'm like, true, but maybe it's just a glitch. But what I was going is that maybe later in the future they develop like a camera that it sees something that we are not seeing, and then that transitioned into an idea that I was gonna make like a little story or little, I don't know what it is, if it's like a short film or whatever, of a story that this person gets like I guess I will tell the plot, but hopefully nobody steals it, that starts seeing like weird shit, and the name of the story or the movie or the series will be called 10K. So once we get to 10K, we'll start seeing like really weird shit and stuff, like paranormal stuff.
I think there's some not to rain on your parade, but there's some movies like that.
There's already a movie like that? What is it, The Ring?
Kind of different now. It's called They Live. This guy finds a pair of sunglasses. And every time he puts it on, he can see like the truth behind everything. So like the world, he sees everybody as like freaking aliens and stuff. So every time he puts it on, like
no, but mine has a twist, so that's the only difference, I guess. because yeah, like you said, maybe or somebody already like thought about it. But
I mean, they didn't think of it directly. It's just similar. Like, there's a lot of movies that are similar and stuff.
yeah, that's what I'm saying, similar. So, but what if that's the case? Now, let me ask you something. If, let's say, there is something or some type of gadget that gets invented, what do you think we will start seeing? Like, what's beyond like the reality? What's the next step?
We'll see all the aliens that are already here. They're just walking around chilling. Or the freaking
Yeah.
translucent angels and entities that you can't see, that are vibrating on a different frequency and stuff like that.
So what does that tell you? Like if you start seeing angels and demons and aliens all over the place, what does that tell you?
That there's things that exist that we can't perceive.
Yeah, but what I'm getting to, and I'm getting to like I guess philosophical or technical or whatever.
Metaphysics.
Metaphysics. Is that maybe we're gonna start developing like a technology that we see like multiverses and shit. So yeah, maybe, and then this kind of gets a little creepy because maybe hell does exist, but it's like in another dimension that we cannot pass.
Did you,
So
did you watch? Oh man, I was just thinking about something. Oh, you watched Event Horizon, right?
yeah,
It's kind of
Horizon,
what you're
yeah,
getting
yeah.
at. Yeah.
No, but this was like it's synchronized because the only explanation I can think about like a poltergeist is it's like that. It's like
So
like
being
two-
from like a parallel universe or something.
yeah, like a parallel universe is making contact, and it like so I guess if I don't know if it's like quantum theory or whatever it is in physics that I guess what is it, gravity and anti-gravity or matter and antimatter, once it touches it like creates like a big energy, I guess like an explosion or retractable type of energy, and that's when you see when fucking poltergeists like just bounce out of nowhere because maybe two parallel universes like collide and then that thing like
Or maybe when they contact, it creates a new universe. I don't know. That stuff is way beyond my education. I don't know, but I know. Remember in Interstellar,
mhm.
like they encounter a ghost in the beginning, but it turns out it was just someone in another dimension or another timeline
Yeah.
interacting with Murph.
Murph.
No, Murph.
Don't let me leave, Murph.
Don't let me leave, Murph.
But anyways, that's like my crazy idea of what's going on around here. Maybe we haven't seen anything yet, or there's too much for us to see. But maybe it's not like seeing. Maybe it's like we'll be like feeling or something like that. I don't know. Maybe we'll
Some other
develop-
way of perception that
Right.
we don't understand. Yeah.
we might develop some other type of sense. And as you notice that when it comes to evolution, we might get to that level because even like our subconscious has been evolving throughout like the history of the earth, at least, or the history of life in this planet, because the first stages of consciousness is survival, right? Which is probably the primordial. Is that what it's called? Primordial? Or the primary?
Probably your instincts. Like
Yeah,
your primary
instincts. Like it's really buried down your instincts of survival. Like the first thing you do or you react to is survival. So like the cell is you might not think that it's not conscious, but it's conscious because it's looking for energy and to reproduce, right? Like to
Oh, it's alive. You can say it's alive.
Yeah, it's
I don't
alive.
know about conscious because I can't.
well, that's the thing.
Well,
it's
what's
like-
consciousness?
what is consciousness? Ah, sure.
That's a whole 10-year degree on its own. You know?
No, the thing is like also like they try to create like artificial intelligence and see if like computers are conscious, but I forgot who mentioned it that consciousness is not like too difficult, or it's not too, it shouldn't be like too hard because an ant is conscious, it's programmed to follow this and that's it. So technically a computer is already conscious, it's just not the level that you're looking at, because what is conscious? It's like a oh man, we're freaking
I guess you could define consciousness as you're able to receive some kind of stimulus and then you react to it, right?
yeah,
At the most basic way. So if you could get a computer to receive enough stimulus and program it with enough reactions, like I guess that would kind of reach consciousness on its own.
like consciousness is pretty much that, like it's programming. So you're programmed to do A and B, and ones and zeros, ones and zeros. So that's so a computer could actually be already conscious because it's just, I mean, it's just waiting. You tell them something and it does something, so it's programmed to do something, so it already has like a conscious, like, oh yeah, I should do this. Now it cannot think by itself, maybe later on, but
Well, what if thinking is just your ability to have like millions of ways to react to interpreting some information, receiving
Well,
information? You know?
I think like consciousness should, it's not really like how much you can take or something, it's how much you can take or how much you can process to sustain your own survival. That's when computers might reach a level of consciousness, like they can analyze everything to the point that how will that benefit his survival
To keep itself alive?
Yeah, that's pretty much how you will create life, like consciousness. Like if something is life, the first thing it's gonna think is like, I need to stay alive, and that's what we all think, and that's what all even a virus wants to be alive. That's why it keeps like reproducing, and you know.
Yeah, I mean, the virus doesn't really think though. It's just program. It's literally just program.
But so it's at some levels like conscious. So
Yeah, okay.
anyways, so if we have like primeval ways of consciousness, then we'll evolve, because like this little fella over here, she's conscious, but she doesn't know the perception of time. Like she doesn't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. She has no plans for tomorrow. Also, she probably knows what happened yesterday, but she has like no sense of.
She doesn't have any
tomorrow.
way of like reflecting on it or thinking about it.
Yeah, so that's where I'm wondering that we are at that age or at that level. What's the next level? The next level will be, I think, will be probability. Like you'll have the sense of the fifth dimension, like very well developed. Like if you do this, you will calculate almost probably 80% correct that thing is gonna be the outcome. So I don't know. I think that's the next level of evolution.
Interesting. How do we go from that from ghosts?
But maybe we should do like another podcast regarding that, because
Yeah.
a lot of things we need to cover and shit, especially with this attire. Makes me feel like more anthropology instead of philosophy.
This makes me want to hunt down some replicants.
Yeah, there you
Actually,
go.
that actually this is the perfect costume to discuss like
Go for
consciousness
it.
and humanity, because the plot of Blade Runner is that in the future this corporation is able to create like these slaves.
Mm-hmm.
They're basically like human copies, and they use them for like slave labor,
Uh-huh.
and they're called replicants. And when they're done with when the replicant, like the model, is outdated,
Yeah.
then they send a Blade Runner to go hunt them down and retire them.
Well,
Kill-
because they
kill
don't
them.
want to. They can't kill themselves.
I think that's because if I remember that, oh man, they're really putting me on the spot here. I can't remember the plot. But the replicants, they started to rebel. They became like sentient and conscious,
Oh, I
basically.
see. Huh. That is interesting.
Yeah, and also it turns out the Blade Runner himself is also a replicant. Joe.
Oh shit. Fuck.
Yeah. It's actually a really good movie. You guys should watch it if you haven't watched it.
Yeah, I need
Very
to watch
very
it.
philosophical.
I know.
Kind of the same thing. Like, what is consciousness? What is it to be human? And
Yeah, but what is this? What is your hand doing?
then the best quote from that movie, it's like dying for something you believe in is the most human thing of all. So
Yeah.
it's great. Yeah, still don't know what that has to do with ghosts, but I mean, here we are. So,
I mean, ghosts are conscious, right?
maybe.
Well, the thing, going back to ghosts, like, I don't know, the another thing why I want to believe, but I don't believe it, is that, like, like the video of the shadow, that's pretty good, but how can energy create a shadow? You know, it's like light can create shadow. No, and energy.
I guess we would have to assume that whatever these entities are, or if it's maybe they're not entities, maybe there's just some glitch in physics or something that I don't know. But we would assume that these entities or whatever this phenomenon is, it breaks the rules of the natural world, right? Like we wouldn't. It's unexplainable.
Exactly. So that's what because they say I saw a ghost or the ghost push, and that's where remember the theory of the parallel universe colliding.
Yeah.
How can like just energy or nothing can have? Well, I guess they could, but how can something that's not alive, it doesn't have any type of kinetic or potential energy, can just like move out of
Objects,
something?
yeah. So it would have to break the rules of physics.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Imagine we're the ghosts to them. So in their world, they think we're the ghosts.
It's like a fucking what's it called? The Others and shit. They call Kidman and shit. Huh? Are you a ghost? No? Are you a ghost? No. Okay.
But yeah,
So yeah.
I mean,
So,
yeah, it's a pretty good episode. Or an
Anything?
hour in. I think that's about it.
that's about it.
Covered those nice little, pretty decent videos. I mean, they're not really that popular either. Well, 2 of them are pretty popular, but
Yeah.
those first 3 are, those should be bigger. Maybe this video will help get them circulating on the internet, and other people can come look and debunk them or
Of
whatever.
course, because we hit like
We're
100,000 subscribers and 100 million views and shit.
I mean, someday, right?
Someday.
Someday.
Hey, if you believe it enough, it will happen, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully we can give him a little boost. And I actually really liked the first one. The first one I was like, oh shit, like fuck. Actually, that one's
The
pretty,
most like authentic one.
yeah. So I really like that one.
And I even looked into it myself. So I mean.
And well, that covers this episode. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for sticking around for our ghost stories and our second Halloween special for October month of
Spooktober.
Spooktober. Like always, don't forget to stay tuned because we like to make podcasts every time we feel like it. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, the AV Podcast, and also don't forget to follow Ray at 28 Rays Later
On Instagram and YouTube, I think.
YouTube, and also at Ray vs. the World, where right there you can see.
And also check out the Cisco and the Mike podcast on YouTube. I was there. I think they're dropping the video
soon.
tomorrow or sometime.
Tomorrow?
I looked really weird in it, so I mean, don't judge me.
Nah, you're a king.
Also, I was kind of tripping out on, I kind of took a higher dosage of meds that day. So.
Oh, fuck. I was high that day. Fuck it.
But no, it's cool. It was me, Bobby from SCPC Ghost. We were invited by these Cisco and Mike to be on their show. So
Maybe we
it
should
was
invite
cool.
them and collab.
Yeah, we should go on their show. We should see their setup. That was
It's
awesome.
pretty legit. So.
Yeah, we're in this kitchen right now, so.
What do you mean? No, this is
That was the studio.
The studio. What do you mean? But like you guys heard, go ahead and check out Ray, and go ahead and check out Cisco and
Mike
and Cisco.
Yeah.
The podcast. I'll try to leave a link down there. That's free publicity right there. And but also don't forget to subscribe to my other channel, which is Jamshot, and to check out my website, which is jamshot.com, where you can look at comics and buy some merch. I'm gonna be posting AV podcast merch pretty soon. And go ahead and get your t-shirts so you can be part of the crew and part of the family, right? Because we're a family.
Oh, we need stickers to give to the kids.
Oh yeah, that's true. I'll make some stickers, some etchy stickers and shit. For the kids, for the kids. But without further ado, thank you for tuning in. Anything else you want to add?
Nope, that's it. We're signing up.
And we'll see you next time.